Hi guys! Why would God create the devil at all? That is one of those questions that troubles people deeply, because on the surface it feels so simple. If the devil causes misguidance, temptation, rebellion, and suffering, then why not remove him from existence altogether? But the answer given across this tradition is very subtle, and actually very powerful. The devil was not created because evil is loved. The devil was created because, in the larger order of existence, struggle has a purpose, opposition has a purpose, and trial has a purpose. Think about it for a moment. If there were no resistance in life, what would happen to the human being? If there were no temptation, no inner conflict, no pull towards selfishness, no call to resist wrong, then would patience mean anything? Would sincerity mean anything? Would courage, repentance, humility, self-control, and struggle even appear? They would remain hidden, like seeds that never meet soil, rain, wind, or sunlight. And that is one of the central ideas here. Many human perfections only appear through struggle. A seed does not become a tree by resting in comfort. It splits. It pushes through darkness. It faces resistance. In the same way, the human soul grows through being tested. The devil becomes one of the causes by which this hidden capacity in the human being is brought out into the open. Now, someone may say, but still, why create a being connected to so much evil? And here the answer becomes even more precise. The creation of something and the evil use of something are not the same thing. This is very important. Fire is created with many benefits. It warms, cooks, gives light, and supports life. But if someone puts his hand into fire and gets burned, we do not say the creation of fire was evil. We say its misuse brought harm. Rain also has immense mercy in it. Yet, if because of rain a wall collapses in one place, we do not call the creation of rain evil. Its overall purpose is mercy and benefit. In the same way, the existence of the devil, when looked at in the grand scale of human spiritual journey, serves many profound results. The evil lies not in the mere creation, but in the wrong choice of those who follow the whispering. And that brings us to another major point. The devil does not force anyone. This tradition repeatedly emphasizes that the devil does not have a creative power of his own. He cannot compel the human heart. He cannot seize the will and turn someone into a machine. What he does is whisper, suggest, decorate falsehood, stir pride, excite desires, confuse, and exploit weakness. He invites, he pushes, but he does not create the act, and he does not cancel human responsibility. So then, what is happening in life? Human beings are being shown their own reality. What is inside you? What do you love? What do you choose? What do you resist? Who do you obey when desire and truth pull in opposite directions? Without such a field of examination, humanity would remain undeveloped. In fact, if there were no devil and no lower desires and no arena of testing, then people would remain almost at one level, with no great spiritual distances between them. The ranks of saints, the truthfulness of the truthful, the purity of the sincere, the repentance of the penitent, the steadfastness of the patient, the struggle of the righteous, all of these would remain largely concealed. So the devil is not there because evil is the goal. The devil is there because the unveiling of human potential is one of the goals. You could put it this way: this world is not meant to be the final settled garden. It is meant to be a field of cultivation. And in a field there is growth, but there is also struggle. There is planting, but also weeds. There is effort, resistance, vigilance. The human heart is trained here. It is distinguished here. It is purified here. Now another objection comes up. But wouldn't it have been better if nobody had fallen, nobody had suffered, nobody had been tempted? At first, emotionally, that seems persuasive. But the response is that when something leads to a vast number of great results, its existence is not judged by a few bitter outcomes alone. Because through the arena of trial, countless realities appear: worship freely chosen, repentance after sin, seeking refuge in God, striving against the ego, resisting injustice, holding to truth despite temptation. These are enormous goods. And there is another dimension. Many divine names become visible in the life of the tested human being precisely through this struggle. Guidance becomes meaningful because misguidance exists as an option. Forgiveness becomes manifest because humans slip and return. Help becomes meaningful because weakness is felt. Protection becomes meaningful because there is something to seek protection from. So even in the existence of an enemy, there is an opening for the human being to know his Lord more deeply. But let's be careful here. This does not mean the devil is good in himself, or that evil is something to admire. Not at all. The point is that his existence in the divine order has wisdom, while his rebellion and call to evil are blameworthy. Those are two different things. And maybe this helps answer a very human fear. If the devil exists, am I really safe? Am I too weak? The response given is deeply reassuring. The devil's weapon is often weak. He works through suggestion, fear, exaggeration, distraction, and the stirring of imagination. Many times, people are disturbed not because the devil is overwhelmingly powerful, but because they give too much attention to his whispering. A passing suggestion is treated like a settled belief. A fleeting dark thought is treated like a moral collapse. And then anxiety grows. But the teaching here says, do not panic. A whisper is not assent. A bad thought passing through the mind is not the same as believing it. Disturbance at evil suggestions can actually be a sign that the heart rejects them. The remedy is not despair. The remedy is to turn toward God, to refuse argument with every dark whisper, and to strengthen faith, remembrance, sincerity, and trust. So then, why was the devil created? He was created as part of the arena of examination. He was created so that the human being's capacities would unfold. He was created so that struggle would separate truthfulness from hypocrisy, sincerity from pretense, courage from cowardice, obedience from rebellion. He was created not to destroy the sincere servant, but to give that servant a battlefield on which spiritual rank can rise. And the final key is this: the devil is never greater than the mercy of God, never stronger than divine protection, and never closer to you than the one who created you. That means the story is not, the devil exists, so we are doomed. The real story is, the devil exists, so the test is real. But divine mercy, guidance, repentance, and help are all open, and the human being is invited to rise. So the existence of the devil is not a flaw in creation. It is part of the wisdom of a world built for growth, moral struggle, and the revealing of what lies hidden in the human soul. And maybe that is the deepest answer of all. Without the possibility of falling, rising would not have this meaning. Without the call of darkness, choosing light would not shine with the same beauty. The devil was created not because evil is the destination, but because through resisting evil, the human being can learn what it means to truly turn toward the eternal good.